Howdy y'all, welcome back to Riverbend Springs. I think you can see the spots I may not have harvested. Whatever. I'm not that worried about it. We still got a huge amount of carrots off of that field. It's actually kind of hard to tell where you have and haven't harvested. It doesn't exactly line up with the textures and stuff, so we are going to run off really quick with this trailer to the dredger, because in the last video I finished our carrot harvest here, and we tried to get the cement factory online to make some roof tiles for the grain elevator museum. I tried to use conveyor belts to transfer it over to the cement factory. Well, I leased the cement factory, and I encountered a problem. On this map, the dredger is not the same as the stone crusher or whatever from the other map that you can get on the other maps or that you can build. One thing, the little point that it shows the stones appearing there, you can't actually pick those up. There is a way to pick it up. It's a mod and it's kind of cheaty. It's also super expensive. It's like $60-something thousand just to be able to pick up the stones. But I think we're also still kind of cheating it a little bit because we're not actually buying the cement factory. But enough of that. So what I did find out is that we can buy the stones. I think in the end we're expected to make a loss on this stuff. I'm not 100% on that, but this should still at least get it running so that we can get the roof tiles made for the elevator museum. We still don't have the rope for playground, but we'll get to there eventually. We have sheep. That's a start. I haven't explored that little area right there. A neat looking little area. Right, cement factory's right here. I went ahead and I returned the conveyor belts. They didn't get used. We got all our money back. But we should be able to come over here with our trailer. See, the stone pile is getting bigger and bigger. I should be able to fill it up. It's going to be expensive to fill, but this will get the cement factory started. Okay, good. It's not that expensive to fill. Because how much are we going to be taking off these roof tiles? For roof plate. Green Elevator Museum. 5,000. And it costs us 2,300 to fill this. I don't know exactly. Don't crash into it. I don't know exactly the crashing into the conveyor belt now. I don't know exactly what the conversion rate is. We can look at it here in a second. But we should still have more than enough for a couple pallets here. Take a cement factory. We need roof plates. Those are 1,000 to 125, so 8 to 1. Need 8,000. That's about 2 pallets of roof plates in here. Go ahead and activate that, and I will do probably 3 more trailers. And then we're going to go get our harvest started because we've got 2 more chunks of land to fill. What that? Oh, it's stones. So we got 2 more fields to harvest, or mini fields as they are, and that's gonna take a little while. I wanted to get this up and running before we actually start on that, just because of how much it is. Okay, well, I'm still gonna fill a couple trailers worth of stone into here anyways. So let me get this done. Like contracts I can just have a worker go do to help bring in some. So I haven't really explored around over here. I have looked around on the dredger. There's really nothing of interest. Got a little shed over here. Kind of a shed. We've got what looks like a house, as well as a floating dock. Nice. Continue around, we've got a house on piers, or on beams. Another floating dock. Ooh, nice yacht. And then we've got just another shed over here. Actually a nice little area, it's kind of nice. Yeah. That'd be a nice area to live. Nice, quiet. The occasional boat floating by. Anyways, let's head on back up to the farm and we can actually get our harvest started. Don't say. It's gonna look a little funky this time. I'm going to stick to the GPS lines, see if it improves that we actually harvest everything, even though it's gonna look a little weird. But I think we might actually get more out of it if we do it that way. But we'll find out. So let's go get our harvest started with our, what do we have, parsnips in this middle section? I have to make sure things aren't going to die before we harvest them. So carrots, parsnips, and red beet. Okay, yeah, we can harvest it all. We have time. Somewhere in all of this, we also need to find some time to do a little bit of woodwork, so we can get a few more trees down into the sawmill to get our planks and stuff moving over there, because we're gonna need more of that too. I do plan on building some of the constructible sheds, which I actually found a couple of them that I think I'm going to do that aren't under constructibles, but they're actually under decorations. I'm hoping they'll work out better, because they look like they're also sheds. They seem to be about the right size. I will take a closer look at those with you guys here just before we start the harvest. So let's get back to the farm. Okay, so looking in the constructibles area, so we do have like all these sheds and everything that we can throw down. Nice sheds, some bigger sheds, the oversized sheds. There are a few of them under this category called constructibles that we do have. They're kind of nice. I am building a couple of them on my Hutan Pantai playthrough that I'm doing. This one was actually a kind of nice one that I do have over there. Some of them are a little more limited use, like this only has a one door on it. I'm not sure what I would use that for, but I have actually found under decoration others. Not only do you have these tool sheds where you can actually put away stuff like chainsaws, the horse brush, and put away the spray cans and stuff like that. There is also, if you scroll down here to the bottom, good. If you scroll down here to the bottom, there's these wooden sheds down here. These are apparently constructible sheds as well, and they're a little more usable. Like comparing them next to this shed right here, it's actually about the same size as that one. It's like a brand new version of that one. So maybe we look at renewing this shed later on. You'll also have a few other ones, like this one, which is a little bit bigger. It does have the doors on the side. It has, looks like just a simple door on that side, but it is geared more towards the smaller equipment. Again, most of this stuff is geared towards the smaller stuff. Not super big sheds, but they are constructible sheds that you can place down. build them wherever you want, and you actually have to go through the processes and stages of building them. So for me, that one is definitely something we could easily build. Like I said, it's like an exact match for this shed that we already have, which we do use. The other sheds, as you can see on here, they only require like the wood stuff and some cement bags. If I go to the ones under constructibles, you get down to these ones and they require cement bricks, they require roof tiles, and they are very difficult to actually build. And also construct the stuff like the houses and I think that's a farmhouse. Yeah, that's a farmhouse. Anyways, you can construct all this stuff. As you can see right there on the bottom, it tells you everything you need to make them. This one requires prefab walls and furniture. Roof tiles, and prefab walls, brick. They kind of require a variety of things. But as I said, I think the ones in here might be the most usable for us. So like that one, like I said, we might build another one of them. Maybe throw one over here somewhere. We can expand ourselves a little bit. Maybe we will look at building one of the other ones after we get a little more money. But for now, we have a field to harvest. Let's go ahead and get this harvested. It's going to take us a little while. I've got my lines on. I am going to try to follow them this time. Last time I started with them and then I just kind of gave up because it wasn't matching up with the lines on the actual crops. Like you can see right there, it doesn't actually line up with the crop. So we'll see how this fares if we follow the lines. I forget what our actual number was last time. It was like 128,000 or something. But we're going to see how much red... Oh, we're doing the red beet. Okay, well, let's see how much red beet we get off of this field. Again, we'll take our first load up there when we get to it. But for now, I'm going to get to harvesting. I just realized I went through that whole segment without being able to not have my mic on. I was saying, so it looks like the red beets do not grow as much as the parsnips or carrots, judging by the fact that they say their expected yield across that field is 280 versus 330 something for the parsnips, and I think it was like 320-ish on the carrots. And that we're already like a third of the way through, and this is our first trailer. That says a lot. We're definitely not going to be making as much off of these. The price on the red beet is only about $1,700 versus $1,750 for the carrots and parsnips, so definitely the red beet are not as good to do. But we're going to take these up to the candy factory. We can see how much preserved carrots we've gotten since then. So let's head on up there and let's see what we got waiting for us. And here we are up at the candy factory. Get these dropped off and we can see how much we produce. I can already see at least 2 pallets over there. That is already a good chunk of money. Holy, we've got 5 pallets. That's a great start. So let's see. We need to activate the beetroot. That'll slow down production on the carrots, which I am perfectly fine with. As you can see, we still have 100,000 liters of carrots in there. That's 28,000 liters of red beet delivered. Got more to go get and bring over here. And then we've got parsnips on top of that. So we have a whole lot of money sitting in this field. I don't think we're going to have as much as I originally thought, but it's still going to pay off very well. There is one thing I want to check on the way back, and that is a possible field for us to expand into. I'm wondering if it'll include both areas I'm thinking about, or if it's just going to include one spot. Driving right here, and that is field 59. No. I was wondering if this was part of a field, but it doesn't seem to be. It's a nice open grass area right next to the river, and it's like right up against the road. It'd be nice to buy that and just use it like a grass field. Or maybe I can put down a production point on it. Something. I don't know. We get a little air. I haven't really decided on how I want to do things entirely over here yet. But it looks like it's more weed than it is crop. I gotta admit, not being able to buy that little chunk of land is a little disappointing. I'll have to check again in the map field if that's actually like buyable area. Farmland. It is. It's part of 65. Wow. Okay, that ain't happening anytime soon. That feels a little weird. I feel like that should be included with 59. But I wouldn't argue with buying that field too. Because it's this. This nice little plot right here. Nice little stretch. Simple grassland. I was kind of hoping it was tied with that field because it's not a super big field or anything. But it would be a good field to own. But if I have to buy it with that field, then holy, that's a lot of field. That field I could probably afford, but I think that's included with the farm back there. Don't really need the farm. Anyways, let's get back to our harvest. Take a peek at our sheep over here. They'll run around all adorable. Super fluffy. Our sheep are doing great. We got plenty of food. Chickens have plenty of food. And plenty of that stored up for them. And, actually, I need to check how much we have for the chickens. Well, what do we even have stored? We have wheat. Okay, 5,000. That's enough to last them a little while, because that little chicken pen doesn't hold much. So, like I said, let's head back to the farm. Let's get back to our harvest. because this is going to take a little while. And I will suspect that we're only going to have maybe 2 more trailers out of this. If we go more than that, I will be pleasantly surprised. Oh, get back to harvesting. And there's our second trailer. Let me out. Let me out. There we go. There we go. 2 trailers of red beets. And yeah, definitely not getting to a 4th trailer on this. It looks like we might be closer to getting a 3rd full trailer, but I'm not holding my hopes up. As you can see up there, I did set some contracts going. Just some simple cultivating ones. Just to kind of bring in a little bit of money. I'm not going to do overboard on them. I'm just going to do the 3. We might grab a contract later on to do some more wood, because we need to get that sawmill up and running again. The playground and museum are going to be taking quite a bit of that, I suspect. Playground, I don't know what all it's going to need until after we get at that rope, but we'll find out. I thought about saying let's just buy the rope, but we needed what, like 12 or something? The cost to buy that, it's $22,000 per pallet. So let's not. Did I read that right? That price has changed. I think that price has changed. Okay, we're gonna get up to the canning factory, and then I want to look at that again, because I feel like that price has definitely changed. And that is round 2 being delivered. Let's go take a quick look at this again, because I remember looking at this before, and it was not really profitable to do that with the wool. It's 20 to 3. What, about 6 to 1? About 6-ish, 6.5 pallets of wool to make 1 pallet of rope. And we can sell the rope for, we'll say 16,000. That's what its max is. But the wool is 3,600. We still get a lot more off the wool than we do off the rope. You know, I think this is a bizarre scenario where I can sell the wool at max price and buy the rope and still make a profit. As weird as that might be. I'm gonna have to math that again later. Anyways, we've got what looks like maybe 1 more and change trailer, maybe, before this field is done. And then we can move on to the next month to get the next field harvested. Which, maybe we'll do a day off in the middle of it to go do some other stuff, because, oh my gosh, this is so much harvesting. We're all back to back to back. This stuff actually does take me, to actually harvest these fields takes me almost 3 hours, real time. So yes, I put over 3 hours into that last video. I've put almost, let's take a look. At this point, I am just under the 2-hour mark on this video already. And I still need to edit it. So yes, these fields, this little harvester, I knew it was going to be rough. But this is a lot of work. This is like 10 hours of harvesting for one field. And if it had all been one crop, it might have been better to... I have a modded vegetable harvester. Yeah, I added in a modded harvester for this guy, the Ropa. That pair that with the headers, and I can use it for all of the root crop stuff. That would probably be a lot faster to do all this, but it's also going to be a lot more expensive. This way, I think we are still going to manage to get all of these fields harvested in less than $15,000, I think. Which I think to lease that thing would be upwards of $40,000. Because you have to release the harvester and the header, which are both expensive. But I got one more round, at least. So, oh, train. I was like, why is everyone stopping? But I got at least one more round to harvest. So let me get back to harvesting. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, here it is, the last line on the red beet. This is a really long harvest. And we're still not done. It will pay itself off in the end. We've paid out some more for rental and leasing fees for the harvester. As soon as we get the last of this up, we will know how much we got off of this field. Our current total is standing at $84,000 already delivered to canning factory. I actually did get a full third trailer. Kind of surprised. We're right here at the end of trailer number 4. Let's go ahead and shut those off. Get this in here. And our worker has finished his contracts. There we go. So what is our total? Our total is 95,716 liters. Actually, that's not bad. Only 30,000 less than the carrots. No, 50. 30? 50? I forget. I forget how much it was. I think it was like 140 or 120 or something. I remember. Anyway, this is our last load of red beet. Going up to the canning factory, for today at least. We'll have the parsnips lifted next video. I think I want to try to do a couple of wood harvest, deadwood contracts before we do that, so we can get the sawmill up and running again. Just because we know that's going to require some time. And to break this up, this is a lot of harvesting with that small piece of equipment. So we kind of need to get some variety in here. Maybe something we can do is actually collect all of our mushrooms over there, as well as our planks and whatever we have at the canning factory, and see about making some money. Because I have a lot of money sitting around. I am going to go ahead and turn in these contracts because he's already done over there. Look at that. 4,600, 2,000, and 5,700 after the leasing cost. So that covers majority of our expenses for today. Can't complain too much about that. So let's get on up to the canning factory and see how much we have made up we have made already over there because we're going to have quite a bit to sell. Well, maybe, if we decide to sell them next time. Red beet delivered, and it looks like we actually have our first pallet of preserved beetroot sitting right here. It pretty much blends in with the carrots because all the rest of these are carrots. But looking at the math, with 2,000 liters, we should be getting about 24 pallets of these red beet. Or, the beetroot. And the carrots we had, what do we have left? 95,000. We're going to be getting, no, we're going to get about 22 pallets of those. And we'll say about a total of 27 carrot. It's going to be a heck of a loading, Birdie. A lot of cans. Sorry, they're jars. I do know what the parsnip ones look like. They're kind of really pale and they have the red tops on them. So they're also going to kind of blend in. Though the sides of them are more grayed than these ones. So, still, this is a lot of money sitting right here. By next time, we should have even more. But, I'm out of time for this one. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. One more field. I somewhat regret this harvest, but at the same time, I don't, because it's something new for me, and it's definitely paying off for as cheap as it was to actually do. I don't know. We'll see, because we do still have a loan to try to pay off. It's at $210,000. But we have the roof tiles, and we have more wood that we can deliver to help pay that off. Alongside this stuff, maybe at the end of all this, with the mushrooms and this stuff, we'll have our loan paid off with money to spare. Who knows? We'll find out by the end of the year. But that's it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time.